What's going on, guys? Welcome to Quantum Ascent. I have Rose, also known as Oasis, up on the screen here. I do have alt season targets picked out for Rose. Head over to my X or YouTube page, type it in. You'll be able to find those alt season targets. Today, we're just going to dive into this last drop from the Trump pump and talk about what's going on down here at this structure right now. Okay, so let's do this. We're down. I mean, I get it. It's tough out there right now, right? Especially for this thing. This thing's down a lot of stuff is down from the Trump pump high, but this thing's still down 80% at its peak, about 87%. So not fun. I get it. I'm going to jump off the weekly here. Let's put this over on the daily, and then there we go. Right up here, I'm going to draw fibs from the Trump pump high to the low right there. And you can see this thing hasn't had any type of retracement yet. It hasn't even made it back up to the 236 at this point in time. All right, so still waiting. This thing just kind of meandering right now. Stuck in the same range since July. So if you look right here, look at that. All these lows are at the same spot. These highs, for the most part, right at the same spot. Just waddling, right? That's called time capitulation. Like, yeah, we were down, but now people are just getting frustrated. 3-4 months have gone by with essentially no price action for this thing. Just a washing machine. So I get it. Frustrating. But, it does look like we found a base and a support down here around 2.3 cents. So I'd be surprised to see that break anytime soon. The macro market's looking pretty decent right now, at a dangerous spot, but could start to see stuff turning around here sooner than later, right? So I'm going to take off this macro chart here. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw a run up from the low here to that high. And let's see if we're hanging out at any fibs right now. And sure enough, we are. So we were talking about this range right here, right? From here to here. Well, look, that range is pretty much between the 786 and the 0.5, right? So this is just a beautiful picture of how important fibs are and how they work. It's like anytime this thing would drop down here, if you were following this, like pretty good level of support, even looking back at all the prior price action, going back right here. So I'm not in this coin, but if I was, and this is not financial advice, I would dollar cost average every time I drop down into this area, right? This thing comes back down one more time, I'd probably throw some cash at it there, expecting to come back up. This does look like it could be done. Let's see though, right? Obviously, we got to break past like this 3 cent level here. It's been holding us down for a very long time. So get past that, take out that last local high, and we're starting to make a run. But for now, guys, just got to be patient. Couple other things I'm going to look at in here. But before I do, guys, join the Quantum Circle, entries, exit strategy, emotional mental clarity, 2 daily macro videos. Link to that in my bio. Guys, on the entries and exits alone, you should be making your monthly fee back, to be honest. I've seen some people try to buy at absolutely ridiculous prices. So keep the long term in mind when it comes to that kind of stuff. All right, looking at this too. I mean, you can kind of see it's kind of a weak trend line, but if we draw it over, trying to encompass as many of these tops as I can, top, overthrow top. It does look like, and that's right at the 3 cent level, actually. So when we were looking at it, right, we're saying we're going to hit this is the wrong one. And say we're going to hit, with a little bit of pace right here. That is right at the 3 cent level that we were literally just talking about, where all these highs came in. So definitely confluence that it could, slow down right there for a sec. But I do expect this thing to break sooner than later, and I expect us to get turning to the upside. Additionally, so that's there. We're looking at this. This is technically higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, right? Barely, but this low is higher than that low. This low is higher than that low. This low higher than that low. That's where we're at right now. Everything is fine from a strength perspective. You look down here at the RSI, still a little under bear territory. So 40 is the bear line. If we're coming up from bearish territory, this purple is going to be bearish neutral. Pop above 60, and we're bullish again, right? And we want it to weave, much like it did back here. Popped up, weaved up there. What happened? Price appreciation. Not as much as we would have liked, but the condition was that the stochastic RSI had to be up there, Right now, we're down here in bear territory. Let's see it clear through. Hopefully, these lines start turning up at the same time we start getting to this section right here. All right, the MACD momentum. It looks like we're very close to a bullish cross. Maybe not very close, but getting there. You look at this right here. We want this guy. A crossover, positive momentum bars. Right now, negative momentum is decreasing. It doesn't mean there's positive momentum, but the negative momentum is decreasing. And so in the next couple days, you should, if things continue, see this blue line cross back over and start heading up. And it could be timed perfectly with this going above 60 and this getting up into the danger level there. All right, so that's just a brief synopsis of what we have going on here for Rose. But again, the macro market is the most important, and I do think that we're going to get a move there soon. That's exactly why I created the Quantum Circle, guys. Real-time trades, access to my portfolio, 2 macro videos a day, a Discord channel. I teach you how to do TA just like me. Link to that in the bio. If not, super appreciative you guys are here. If you could just follow, like, repost. I want to get this out to as many people as I can before it's too late. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.